Yeah, let me just double check. Okay. This live I'll be going over the Queen Pink series. So so far there's like there's 2 seasons already that have been completed. Season 1 with 17 episodes, season 2 with 12. We'll probably start off with season 1, and I'll be explaining everything that's happening. Okay, so this is the first episode. This is actually the remastered version of it, which is more preferable. This one's kind of pretty easy to tell what's going on, honestly. But yeah, so they were just having a little picnic, and then someone threw a rock at Sand. Sand went to see who it was, and then he saw the person running away, so then he went to chase them. And then they realized that he was gone, and then Queen Pink told her daughter to go find him. So then he goes to look for him. And then when he's looking for that guy, he sees something else, like a black snake or whatever. Then Orchid keeps following him. This one's actually really, really short. And yeah, then it's just to be continued. And okay, so in the next episode, Queen Pink was waiting for them, but she realized that they weren't coming back, so then she went on her own. Now they're both together, and as you can see, that black snake that Sand saw a while, he saw it over here now, he sees it again, with the guy that threw the rock at him, and now they both see him. And then he tells the black snake to try to get them, and they run again. Queen Pink is on her way to, look for them. Then they were running, but then he ran away as soon as he saw Queen Pink, and now they're safe. And yeah, she finds them, so. Seems pretty simple, right? But you guys are probably wondering who that black figure was. So, okay, apparently that guy's name is Negro, and it's showing his backstory. Let's go back a bit. Oh, the beginning, actually. So I'm assuming that this is him. This is probably his sister or something. This might be his mom or dad or something like that. And then she's showing them something on a chalkboard. So apparently she doesn't like the color black, so she wants them. As you can see, actually, this is the crown that Queen Pink was wearing, if you didn't notice from the other episodes. Sorry. And as you can see, Queen Pink's crown would make them this color instead, which she prefers. I'm not sure. Well, you guys aren't sure, but I'm sure. But I'm gonna talk as if from your guys' perspective. I'm not sure why she doesn't like the color black and wants them to be this color instead. But apparently, Queen Pink's crown is the solution to all of that. And Negro disagrees with her. Then she's mad at him. Then he's kind of scared, but sister reassures him. And then she leaves. He tells her to go. Then he thinks about this and oh yeah, it says it here. He wants to figure out how to do this, she said. Because he's scared. Yeah, everything says here. Okay, now it's the next episode. This is 7 years later. Now they're adults. Okay, the characters actually say here. Negro is moving away. And his sister's sad. She's gonna miss him and stuff. And so they give hugs and say their goodbyes. Oh yeah, now he's on a train because he's moving away. I guess he's moving somewhere far then. The server gives him a muffin. And then he falls asleep on the train because it's a long ride and stuff. This is one of the longest episodes. Oh wait, this one's on too. Just realized that. So now he's at his new house. He puts his bag away. Now he's in his room, and he looks at his tablet, and it's loading something. As you can see, it's loading. And that's how the black snake was made. It was made to steal Sand's color. So yeah, that's what the black snake from episode 1 and 2 are. And so yeah, it's explaining a bit more of that. And so then he goes to their house to try to steal his color again. And as you can see, he has his black snake with him. And so they snuck into the window. They're sleeping, as you can see. And then they hide under the bed just to be, cautious and stuff. Yeah, so Sand did end up waking up. And then he was mad that he left. Now they're just waiting for him to come back. And fortunately, he does come back. So. And then he falls back to sleep. And now they're going to try to steal his color with the black snake. But then his sister wakes up. And he just hopes that she didn't see him, so he goes back under the bed. Even though it's obvious she saw him. So then she goes, he's not sure where she went, but he's kind of too scared to get out now. And then he sees that she comes back with Queen Pink. And Orchid shows Queen Pink that is under the bed. And then Queen Pink tries to get him, but she only got his cape. And then she was mad that he got away. Then she saw the black monster thingy, and she got it. And that kind of stunned, Orchid. So yeah, that was kind of obvious what happens there. Okay, so the next episode 6. You can see Negro's just trying really hard to steal Sam's color, so then he has his color instead. He uses his cape to fly to this house of someone who actually has a crown. Wait. I don't really know how he knew that he was there. Maybe it was on his tablet scanner or something. Anyways, when he was about to take another one of Queen Pink's crown, an alarm went off, and then he trapped him. And then he said that if he could take his cape and he could take the crown. So now he doesn't have his cape anymore. But he does it in exchange for the crown. Honestly, the crown is more powerful than the cape, so I'm not sure why all of Green agreed to that trade. Yeah, now we're wondering how that guy had the crown. Now we're gonna see what happened. He was looking into her room, then he saw the crown and he left. He could have also taken Smoke, so I'm not sure why he did. But yeah. So now it's the next day, and as you can see, you can already see what happens. Now she's sad that she doesn't have her crown. And then her kids had an idea. They used their meditating powers to make another crown for her. That's why Olive Green also has a crown, and she still has one. So now there's like 2 of her crowns. Yeah. The explanation, yeah. Episodes are really short, but now we're on the next episode. Apparently it's their out day here. And then they're okay, the captions. Wait, I don't remember doing these captions. I don't see them. So then they go to one of their friends' house and they ask if he can stay with their kids. And he agrees and they're happy about it and stuff. And so they go out and he sees the kids. They're really happy to see her. He's having their food. Then he asks where Sand is. And he was just washing his hands, but then Negro takes him, and then they looked around, and then they saw a black trail outside. That's what it was. Orchid probably recognizes it from the black monster, so they decide to follow it to look for Sand, because he was missing, and they checked and stuff. And then they come back home, and they're wondering where they are. Then King Smoke checks the house. Yes, that's it. And he goes, they aren't there. And she's worried. So then he has an idea. He uses his crown to search for them. Yeah, okay, it already says everything. Then he opens a portal that will lead them there, and then they go in the portal. Alright, see what happens next. Yeah, so remember that he kidnapped Sand. He finally swapped colors with him, but then he realized that he didn't swap colors, and he took all of Sand's S's out of him. So he decided to make him be the color that he was, so then he could still be alive. And then Sand escapes. And he looks out the window and he sees them in the dark forest looking for him. And then he told them that they switched colors, but how did Gray know? I think they were out there looking for him, they didn't know where he was. But they should have searched the house, honestly. Anyways, now it's showing 7 years ago. So it's showing a bit of Gray's backstory. He was just watering his garden. Someone rang the doorbell. Opened the door. And would you look at that? Looks like it's... Oh, there's his cousins. And look, his mom's there. Negative's mom. He was showing them the plants. Then she wanted to see them. She told them that he couldn't come. So then he decided that, oh yeah, she went in one of the rooms. This is his house. I'm not really sure why they're doing this whole meeting here. But yeah, he saw about her plan. But he didn't know what to say about it. Okay, so they had an idea. Okay, he uses his crown to search for a girl. And then they found his specific location. And then they see that he's at this place. And uses his powers to be, OP and stuff. Okay, so a lot actually did happen there. Well, let's go back a bit. So yeah, he powers up. The captions actually did say what happened. And then they teleported to the town square, and then they saw him, right? And then, yeah, as you can see, Smoke tries to take Negro's crown while Negro's trying to take Smoke's crown. Negro wins, but whilst this is taking place, Queen Pigs takes Negro's crown. Smoke gets his back. Yeah, a lot happened in that fraction of a second scene. But then he flew by and took her crown. And then he used it to take Nick and Albie to teleport them away. And now they're just, they have the powers, so. I guess the cape did come in handy. Remember that he teleported her to? No one really knows, but now we see where she is in this white space. She's just looking around. And then a portal opens up and it leads her to this weird place where she's able to float. Then she sees a circle. And then she sees inside of it, it's a picture of her with her son. And then she sees another one. Her with her daughter. She sees another one. Her with her husband. Now she's sad because she misses them. Now she sees another one where she's with all of them. Then she sees that they're disappearing in the circles. And it's only her. And she's really sad. Then everything turns dark. Gray was the only one that survived that whole attack. They didn't get him. So Gray's gonna try to save the day. Yeah, Gray saved. So he goes to Lame City. That's what it's called. And I'm not really sure where he's going yet, but it seems like he's looking for someone. Okay. So he makes it to this house, knocks on the door. Oh look, it's Negro's sister. And he tells his sister everything that happened, and then she decides that she'll help Gray. Yeah. Okay. Now it's showing him with all of his powers and stuff. Made himself a castle. Okay, so then he opened a portal to teleport his mom to him. This is his mom. He brought her there, so then he could show off his success and stuff. And all of Green's on his side and stuff. He shows his mom everything, that he has the crown, that he's a different color and everything, and that he has the cape. But all of a sudden, his mom doesn't really even care, and he's really mad about that and teleports her away. Even though he did all of that just for her approval, and she doesn't even care. Now this is the next episode. They ask if they can come inside, and Negro's so happy to see his sister. They haven't seen each other in a while. So they, give hugs and stuff. Then he tells him about his plan. Gray tells her not to join him, but then he doesn't let. He traps Gray because he knows he's against him. So then he asks her what her decision is. And then she looks out the window and she sees all the people that he's trapped. And she kind of feels bad, but after some thinking, she decides that she'll be on his team. And he gives her a crown. And now they're a team and they're both taking over the world with their crowns. Gray can't believe that she betrayed him. And he's trapped in a cave and stuff. Now they're looking at the view. The wind blows and stuff. Then he leaves. And she looks. She still sees them trapped. She feels bad. But she has an idea. Okay, this will be the last episode of this season. Then we'll do the next season. She uses her powers, and she saves them and gives them their own crowns. So it looks like she actually just did that to gain some power to save them. So yeah, now they actually all have their own crowns and powers too. And Queen Pink is happy about it and stuff. Now they see their mansion castle. He saw what she did, and he was really mad. They're gonna try to stop him together. She used her powers to fly. Now they're all on top of the mansion castle. And she asks if he wants to, be friends and stuff. But then he decides to, zap her instead. So, yeah. That's the end of season 1. Oh, wait. It's just gonna go back. Okay, so. And now I'll do season 2. Let me check on the chat, I guess. Oh, I see. Oh! I didn't know Pick came in. Oh, welcome. Yeah. Orchid is such a cute name. Thanks. Okay, anyways. So now that we did season 1, we'll go on to season 2. It doesn't have as many as season 1 does. Okay, so as we saw, it kind of ended with the cliffhanger, ended with Necro zapping Necro with his powers thingy. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna see what happens next. Oh, and so he zaps her off the building and she falls. But she lands nicely. And they all go down with her. Now they all power up, ready to fight him. So I guess she was okay after he zapped her. It wasn't that much of a big deal. Then he made himself be a giant and tried to squish them, I think. She was really mad at what he did, and so they had an idea, and they combined all of their powers together to make this, giant thingy to get him. And then she saw his sister and stuff and cares about him, so she checked to see if he was okay. Guys, Arsanvi wants to sleep. She tried to wake him up, but he's still mad at her, so he runs away, but she chases him, so. Now they're wondering, they did get their crowns back, but King Smoke didn't get his back. Then they remembered that Olive Green had it, and she just used her powers to take him to jail. And he comes back with this crown, and he gives Gray the money for babes and stuff. And now he's gonna walk back home, but then something zaps him. And then he gets these weird eyes. That's what I wonder who it was. Okay, so sister is still looking for him. She follows his footsteps. Oh yeah, she sees the footsteps and then she follows them. It leads to this mountain. And so she climbs up the mountain. She's a pretty good climber. And then she sees him behind there. And then he sees her. He's asking what she's doing there. And she said that she wants to go home. But then he said that he still wants to get Queen Pink first. And so he's not going to go home. And Negra's sad about this. Guess he just really wants his revenge.
Guys, go.
Now she's sad. She doesn't really know what to do. Now she's thinking of the old days when they were, kids and they're having fun together. For some reason, the mom didn't want them to have fun. She always tried to make sure he felt better. And he was sad about how his mom treated him, what she wanted him to do. He was gonna tell his dad why he was feeling sad, but the mom didn't let him. She was, being scary and stuff. And so I guess it made him really sad throughout all the years. She didn't really know what to do to help him. She just felt really bad for him because she knows everything that he's been through. No, oh yeah, since remember Gray turned into that weird thingy with red eyes. Kinsmoke's wondering where he is. He wakes up his wife to tell him that he's gonna go check on Gray, and she doesn't really care. So he just, he's gonna go now. But he still decides to leave a note saying that he went to get Gray. And then he uses his crown to figure out where he is. Then he sees that he's at a jail that's called CP Jail. So then he teleports there. The guards are surprised by his appearance, and then he asks them where he is. And then the guards show him where he is, and that he's in a cage, and he's not even Gray anymore. I'm surprised they still thought it was him. And then that red thing uses powers and stares into Smoke's eyes, and then turns him into one of his kind. I don't think he's Gray anymore. I'd call him Red. So yeah, that's what happens there. Okay, so now she finds her way back. And then she sees what he's doing. Apparently this was his plan all along, and she's really mad about this. She knocks him over, and then they try to get her. And she runs away, yeah. And he turned all those people into Reds too by scanning them and stuff, and he'd stare at them with his eyes. Since that happened to Kinsmoke, he probably ended up doing to everyone else too. Okay, so they're just living their life normally. Then they see a fire outside, and Queen Pink sees all of the destruction that's going on outside. Oh, I didn't mark it. And she's gonna try to, see what's going on. Since she has a crown, she should be fine. Her kids don't really want her to go. They're worried. And now all these people are surrounding her house, and so she tries to use her crown to, get them. But then they use all of their stairs, and it overpowers hers, and then she becomes a Red too. Which isn't very good. I don't know what they're gonna do now. So they were searching for her, but she had on this cape and she was hiding around a tree. So she snuck past them, and she makes it to Queen Pink's house, and she knocks on the door. And only a Queen Pink's daughter answers, but she tells her to come in. She took off the cloak and stuff, and then she's asking where Queen Pink is. And they were sad, and he told her that she turned into a Red too, and they're sad. She doesn't know what to do now, because without Queen Pink's crown, there's not much they can do. The crowns have powers, so. Okay, so there's a combining machine, and Negro has both of the crowns now. And so he's gonna combine the crowns together. And he tries to do it, but apparently it's too much power, so then the crowns kind of act kind of crazy. And they get really big and fly away. So yeah, they're up in the sky now. And they're much bigger. And one of the Reds tries to get them, but it doesn't work. His power isn't strong enough. And then Negra sees them up in the sky. And she's thinking of a way to get there. She knows that she has to get there, so she's gonna try to get the crowns from there. Yeah, now she's thinking of a way to get there. Ladder's too small. Now, and wouldn't really work. So she thought of an airplane. But where's she gonna get an airplane from? Oh, I didn't like that one either. Okay, so then she goes to the airport. She's gonna fly a plane. Yeah, she goes onto the plane. Yeah, she goes to the pilot's seat so she can fly it. Yeah, she's gonna fly. And as you see, she takes off. She's gonna try to get to the crowns. Flying was the most efficient way. And she makes it to them. She turns on autopilot. It still flies a bit, but not that much. Then as soon as she got to the ore around the crowns, it made her float. Then the crowns went to her, actually, without her even having to take it. And she uses the crowns so that she does not fall here. The crowns are really powerful, especially if they're combined. Okay, so she's able to put them in a smaller form and flies them back down, where they can be used. So she takes the crowns now that she has both of them, which is probably pretty useful. She's still not really sure how to use them. But then the reds are there again. They're trying to get her. And then she runs away. But then the crowns start making her fly. It seems like they have a mind of their own. And then they fly her somewhere. Not exactly sure where, but they fly her somewhere. Looks like near a lake or something. She lands here, where there's water. It seems like the crowns have a mind of their own. And they show her that. They took her to Gray. To Negro. And she checks on him. That he doesn't have the crowns and stuff. And then he starts crying. But she gives him a hug. Even as much as he pushes her away, she always cares for him. He asks, what about his mom? Then she says, don't worry about her anymore. He still wants to prove it to his mom, even though clearly she doesn't care anymore. And then the crowns trust Negro with them. Now he's gonna try to fix them as he started. He puts the crowns up, and then the crowns use their powers. Okay. Crowns do their power. And then they make them back to normal. No, normal stick figures, yeah. Yeah, now they're fixed. They're back to normal. And grays too, yeah. And then the crowns teleport them somewhere. Oh, back to the combining machine. He used his tools and makes it be an uncombining machine. So then he puts the crowns in there, and now they're back to normal. And his sister is very proud of him. Oh wow, I'm almost on the last episode already. So yeah. Now, episode 13. Sister's 12. Whatever. So now they're back together again. And she's wondering where her crown is. Or all their crowns are, actually. He's not sure what they are. 1 second. I don't know why the quality is so bad. But I won't make it be on the highest, but it doesn't need to be that bad, like 720. Okay, this should be fine. They come back with their crowns, and they're happy to see. She gives Queen Pink her crown. Queen Pink is happy. And he's surprised to see Negro give him his crown. But they do fist bump. And he's happy to see his cousin Gray again. He turned good and stuff. And Queen Pink's kids are happy that everything's good now. Then he remembers that he teleported his queen somewhere trapped. His mom somewhere trapped. And so then he asks Queen Pink if he can bring his mom back, because he wants to talk to her. So she uses her powers, and she brings her back. She still seems angry. He tells her that he doesn't have to be that color. And his sister's proud of him, but still mad, still being dumb, so. They use their powers and they just put her in jail for now. Since his mom was still being, And everyone's happy that everything's good now, back to normal. And then they all go home. They have their crown back and everything's fixed now. So that's good. So yeah, I guess that's all of the Queen Pink series. Wow, that was kind of fast. me so yeah, that was full Pink series. Everything that happened, well, has happened, as you can see videos. But yeah, I know I didn't animate them the best, so I thought it was a good idea to, you know, explain everything that's happening. But yeah, that's all of the episodes of season 2 and season 1 and season 2 of Queen Pink. So I guess the live is over now. So thanks for everyone who came to the live. Means a lot. Hope I was able to explain it well. So yeah. Yeah, thanks. Well, gonna end the live now. Okay, that was fun. So yeah, that's the Queen Pink series.